Hello, good morning, friends. Uh, Today we are in a 23rd, sorry, 32nd lecture. 32वां lecture है हमारा. So before beginning, I just want to make sure that all today attendance is very less. It is less than 40, around 38. Anyway, please raise your hands. People who are able to see the videos as well as the slide. Thank you, Chetakshi, Prasad, Ra- Radhika, Nisha, Shivani, Tanuja, Rasika. So it may be possible, maybe due to some technical problems. There's some people, for example, Om Tekade told me that he is not able to see the videos. The reason can be that he might be using a different browser. He should use either Chrome browser or he should upgrade his app on his end. But you send me your screenshot so that I will understand what could be, and you just on WhatsApp. Okay. So let us begin. Today we are going to see, as I introduced last time, the fourth unit uh, regarding the syntax directed translation. I have given you sufficient background. As I told you that this is a theoretical, conceptual. You don't have to do not much algorithm and computation and some logic and all that. Whatever you learn in the first, second, and third unit will be applicable here. You will be applying that thing here. So what you have to do is that you have to just think on the theoretical concepts, and this is very important for understanding how the translation, actual translation, is translation or compilation is done. But it is a technical, you are looking at the technical part. You are not looking at or we are not discussing about how exactly C compiler works, how exactly Java compiler works, how production compiler works. This is theoretical concept. This is the one way. So I used to use the term, this is actually technology. SDT is a technology to convert source code into a target code directly, without doing things in terms of some phases. For example, we have seen the compiler. Compiler is a complex software which contains different parts or phases, and uh, the combination of or the means all phases are doing the translation work, some kind of translation work. They are doing some kind of input to the next state, next phase, or next pass. So in this way, each pass has some input, some output is there, and they are doing some kind of transformation or translation like of things, but in parts, in stages. But in case of SDT, what we are doing it on the fly. Means directly input is coming and you are generating output. I don't know, but you search on Google or even YouTube, there are many Japanese apps. Means you can go on Google Play Store, that when you speak English in your mic of your speaker, wanted to, then the app will convert your sentence, English sentence, into Japanese or maybe some other language. Means language translators are there. Here I'm not talking about the natural language processing. That is different thing. That is also the part of the languages or compilers. That is not there. So whatever technique we are using here, same technique is used on those types of apps. Or there are some examples like smart cars, like Google Car, means a driver, means that computer system uh, acts as a navigator. Driver can interact with that navigator, means application, and he guides you regarding speed, temperature, then mileage and all that. And uh, without doing anything, through voice commands, you can control your traveling course and all that, or destination. So the system will give you the minimum or optimum route to your destination and all that. It will calculate average and everything. and it will suggest you that which gear is there, means fourth gear, second gear, or like. So it will give you some intelligent suggestions depending on observing the data on the terrain and temperature and all that. So we can use whatever we are learning in this unit in actual applications. So I think you should read something. You should search some material on YouTube and Google, and you should upgrade. You should be able to think about in terms of the practical implementation, how to apply whatever we learn in some application. So agenda is very simple. Today we are going to understand how to do the translation. Then how translation is done, we are using semantic rules. We shall see. I have last time of we is given production rules from grammar. So we derive it from the original production rule. Then we are going to, we have already I talked about the view of the SDT, conceptual view. Actually, it is conceptual. Means it depends on how you implement it in your application. Then we are going to see what is the AST, that is a annotated parse tree or syntax tree. And we shall talk later at the end, different types of attributes where they are used like that. So mainly we are going to see how translation is done on the fly, direct, without doing means lexical analysis, then syntax analysis, then semantic analysis, then intermediate code generation. So all this we are not thinking. We are doing it in one step. So all that is called as a SDT, syntax directed translation. Now, just I will go it because it is important. We have to understand what are different types of attributes. So some terms are there like expression, constant, variable. So or operator like plus, minus, multiplication sign, all that. In variables, there might you can call them as a parameters, means call by value, call by reference, whatever. Then data types can be there like integer, float, double, character, record, string, or tree, or array. Arrays might be one dimensional, two dimensional, or whatever. So all the information about the variables is stored. So variables have attributes. That is what we are going to learn through this slide. And this information is stored into the symbol table. I will be, next time I will be showing you one slide. Actually, if you go through the beginning slides, first 2-3 slides, lectures, you will get the information about the symbol table and what it is used for. It is not time to talk about the symbol. Some means regarding the type, size, length, format, location, memory location, all that. So this is supporting information. So all these attributes, we call them as attributes, and they are related with the programming constructs. Programming constructs means programming statements or lines in your code. Now this is the conceptual way how we do direct translation. What we do, we have something input, we read the input string, we generate the parse tree from that string or string of tokens. Then from parse tree, we generate the dependency graph. And once we generate the dependency graph, we try to evaluate it. We have seen last time, we have seen the one expression. Means evaluate means what? To identify or find out the semantic of that statement or set of statements or meaning of that statement. So meaning means what? It should be the syntactically correct as well as its meaning. It is just like meaning is we shall see one through example. So concept is that attributes are associated with the non-terminals given in the given grammar. And semantic rules are associated with the corresponding production rules in the given grammar. So this is a conceptual view. Many times they ask you. Now we shall see that how we generate the parse tree. Someone should tell me. You can keep your mic on, or even you can turn your video on and you can speak. Can anyone tell me how parse tree is generated? Hello, Sudhanshu. Can you tell me, Homeshwari or Gargi? Tejas, tu sang. Hello, Tejas. You can unmute and you can talk. How parse tree is generated? Even you can turn your video on. अरे कोई भी नहीं बोल रहा क्या? किमया, मानसी, गौरी महल्ले, कोई तो भी एक जन ऑडियो चालू करो और बात करो. Anish Raj. So is it? Are you not able to unmute yourself? Voice lagging. Okay. Tejas, you are saying my voice is lagging. Okay, okay. So I will try to turn off the camera. Now someone should say. हाँ बोलिए. Please turn on. Someone should turn on the mic and she should answer the how parse tree is generated. तो आपको ये मतलब पॉसिबल नहीं हो रहा क्या? Or you send the in chat? हेलो. अरे गार्गी जी है क्या आज? अरे कोई भी नहीं बोल रहा. What is the problem? नोटिफिकेशन में तो मीटिंग चैट में तो देखिए आप. You should write something. कि सब लोग मतलब दूसरा कुछ कर रहे हैं. हेलो. Someone should turn on. Should I see? You can put remark. Should I restart the meeting again? Are you not able to make the mic on your side? You just put it on WhatsApp or you can put it on the chat. So इसमें गार्गी नहीं क्या? आज गार्गी जी प्रेजेंट नहीं है, गार्गी तेला. अरे फटाफट बोलिए. तेजस, हेलो तेजस. अब ये कैसे करेंगे आप लोग? Should I? अरे you suggest me. I will restart the meeting with different configuration. You first show me that you are present in the meeting. Raise your hand. At least 1 or 2 students. I want to talk with them.
हेलो सर.
हाँ बोलिए. आप कौन बोल रहे हैं? आपका माइक, ये स्पीकर चालू कर सकते, अपना ये वीडियो चालू कर सकते हैं किमया जी?
नो सर.
Why not? Okay, go ahead.
Sir, Pastry follows the precedence of operators and it uses some production rules like all lift nodes have to be terminals. All integer nodes have to be non-terminals in order traversal gives original input string. On this basis, we can generate Pastry.
Very good. Kimaya ji, Parsi application of. So whatever the sequence of derivation rules, maybe a leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation is an abstract representation of the past tree. Right? You are right. Anybody else? Why we why we parse? Why we need the parsing? Someone should answer. Tejas, I'm expecting Tejas. Mr. Tejas Wagh, where are you? Tejas or Tanmay? You can make your video on also for little time. ठीक है, दूसरा कोई बताइए, बात कीजिए. दीपाली, मानसी है, मानसी. So are you facing some difficulty in putting your mic unmute or something else? I can make you presenter, means you can open on that side also. अरे प्रसाद बोल बरा, why we do? प्रसाद जावड़ेकर. Anyone else? Anyone can talk about. See, don't hesitate. See, due to Corona pandemic,
hello,
you got a chance. Okay, who is talking? हाँ बोल.
hello.
हाँ. बोला ना. हाँ बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, go ahead.
Sir, Nayan here.
Nayan.
Sir, any programming language, there is a particular syntax, or if we consider if statement, if else statement, then it is defined by using some regular expression. For that purpose, parsing is used to means to construct the syntax trees and to define the rules.
Okay. Right, Nayan, you are right.
For that
But I am.
purpose, backend that is used.
Yeah. We do. You are right.
Unable to answer. There was a connection issue.
Okay, don't worry. You are right. We do parsing for two things. First is that we want to check whether the given statement or set of statements is syntactically correct or not, grammatically correct or not. This is the first purpose. And second purpose is that once we check, we make sure that it is syntactically or grammatically that given statement is correct. Then we can derive meaning from that statement. We can derive meaning from that statement. Why we require meaning? Because we want to translate it. Just say I am speaking in a Hindi or English right now, and if you want to translate it into Sanskrit, then you have to check what I am talking. You have to understand the grammar, syntax, all that. If you know the grammar, you will understand the correct semantic meaning of that statement. Once you know the meaning, then you can translate it into Sanskrit or some other language. Same thing is here. So फिर भी आप लोग मतलब एकदम पीछे मत रहिए. आपको देखिए, मैं आपको बताता हूँ अभी पेंडेमिक की वजह से क्या हो गया है कि नाउ यू डोंट नीड टू गो इनटू योर ऑफिस. There are some companies like Capgemini, then not many are there, even Infosys, where the people are doing work from home, not only due to pandemic, they are already doing from last 3-4 years. But because of that, there is some other problem. If you physically more salary, right? But due to the remote work, you get your payment is little lower. And the people who work on the site, they are highly paid because they do handle the problems on the site. But you can take the advantage of this, and you should participate it. Don't worry about the wrong answer or correct answer. It is not the way to judge the answers. It is the way to judge how you answer. Means whether you are confident, it shows your attitude and all that. So when someone asks you, immediately raise your hand and go forward. If you keep this attitude, see, this is the attitude, then you will get definitely opportunities. I'm not asking you any hi-fi question, rocket science question. This is the simple question, whatever you learn. But if you answer it, you will think in different way you will look at the problem with different perspective. If you answer, you will start building perspective in your mind. You will start looking for implementation point of view, from implementation point of view, how to implement it in our whatever you are doing, job or task. You start in that way. So I will go to the slide again. So as I told you that some people are not able to see the slides. So you send your screenshot to me on my personal WhatsApp. Try to access that. Just recently, they just told me that my voice is lagging. Lagging means video and audio, or lips movement and audio is different, or slides and audio is different. Means there is some lag in that. So you should tell me. You can tell me on WhatsApp, or you can put your comment into the chat. So we are here. So I hope that everybody is able to see and listen the slides. So why we do this? Because we want to derive some meaning from that. So syntax analysis or parsing is important. Semantic is important. Why? Because we want to translate it into some other form, maybe intermediate code and then to whatever. So that is there. Now I want to ask you that there is one student from your class, Miss Gargi Tela. She has done the internship. So I'm not looking her here. I think she's absent. But someone should tell her that she should contact me, maybe on WhatsApp or phone, and she should submit her completion certificate or screenshot or whatever of that particular course. मुझे ये कहना है आप लोगों को कि आप लोग अभी ऑनलाइन इंटर्नशिप भी कर सकते हैं. See, we used to try to send students on internships like in Pune or Nagpur. Last time we have seen, I sent 2 students in Aurangabad, Soumya Agrawal and Aditi, and 2-3 students to Nagpur. So if now due to pandemic it is not possible, but I suggest you on your own, if you have some resources, maybe your parent or maybe your brother, sister, or some known person, or even seniors, he is working in some company, try to get some internship from that. Or there are some companies like Intershala or maybe, so it depends on, but try to join to some internship to learn some skill. So it may be like machine learning or deep learning or even blockchain technology or cloud. See, people nowadays are not looking for these things, but you should think in terms of cloud like Amazon, AWS, Azure Cloud, and how to access data from there. So if possible, try to do the some kind of coursework. You can do it and try to submit it into the department. And see, why I'm telling you this, that we are going to give you, I think you already are familiar that if you do something internship like or some like in on AWS, which should be suitable or matching to your requirements or interest. For example, if you want to do some project, final year project into deep learning or maybe machine learning or maybe on cloud data mining or analysis or analytics, I suggest you learn something about business data processing. If someone asks me, if someone want to ask me why that, you should keep 2 things in your mind: business data and simply data. And second thing, analytics, that how to do analysis of data, why we analyze. See, whatever you are learning in this subject is nothing but syntax analysis, lexical analysis, everything you are doing something called as analysis. So you should focus on business data or simple data and to do some kind of analysis and try to learn what are different ways to do the analysis. There might be some method, there might be some mathematical model, or there might be some algorithm to do the analysis or to do the prediction or to estimate something. It may be whatever, like predicting the rates of dollar or something like shares and something. So think on that, join some course, and whatever you join as an internship, you go through me as a class counselor. You contact with Gargi Tela. She has done a nice internship with ISRO. It is a central government organization, so that it will do some value addition when you face campus interviews. So there will be some value addition, and they will take interest in you, that what you have done in internship, where you joined that, and how you learn. For example, Soumya Agrawal and Aditi last year, they went to the Endreshauser. It is a German company. It is in Aurangabad, and they have done IoT based project. I can share that photos and all that with you. And they have built one machine that is a body mass index. You just like weighing machines are there on railway or maybe on railway station or airports. You put some drop some coins and you will get some cheat or card, and it will measure your body mass index and some suggestions regarding the food and all that. You will get that. So this is a real-time IoT base. So what is this? It is actually analytics. So you do that thing. So I'm not finding Miss Gargi in this attendance list, but you contact her, and I would like to encourage you to join some kind of internship, maybe paid. See, first give less priority to paid. First try to get some internship from some resources or references. See, हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं अपने स्टूडेंट को इंटर्नशिप दिलवाने की. Maybe the remote sensing center at Nagpur, or some companies like Harrier Software, or there are many companies. They are working on the. So we send them. But if it is not possible to go through some references, maybe teacher or staff or TNP department or maybe some faculty member, you go through it. You mention your reference in your and go through the official procedure. You inform your HOD through your class counselor that, sir, I am interested in doing this internship. So we will review that and we will suggest you that which internship is better from point of view of future job. किसी को कुछ कहना है? You want to say anything?
No sir, no sir.
Okay. तो देखिए आप अभिषेक, आप क्या कीजिए, इंटर्नशिप की कोशिश कीजिए, हो सके तो रेफरेंस से जाने की कोशिश कीजिए. दैट विल बी impressive if you go through the references, maybe college, faculty, or TNP department, or maybe your relative or whatever. Do some IT or company. You can go to mechanical company, that is not a problem, but go do some work in software. And if it is not possible, then directly register. There are many sites like Intershala or me. I suggest you to register somewhere, some foreign type resource, so that and study it. It should add some value in your biodata resume. That will be helpful or useful in your campus interviews. Or if it is not possible, then just join some course. Go for maybe block chaining learning, some course maybe on Python. I don't suggest Python. You prefer Java, then Python, or you can suggest Python. Prefer Python if you want to make your career as a data analytics, because see, computer engineer doesn't mean the data analytics. Actually, data analytics requires some statistical knowledge, like statistics is required, and some other, it is a different thing. So, but if you are interested, then you can plan your MBA or maybe MTech in that area, and then you can start building your career from today in that area, maybe data analytics. And there are many places where you don't have to go there. You can remotely join or register there, and you can start building yourself. So what I suggest, you go, you search, you do R&D, and then you send that thing to HOD through your class counselor. And if it is good for you, because we are also part of you, we will suggest you to do this or keep this aside and try for that. For example, I just told you that learn about the cloud technology or cloud or virtualization or something like. So we can suggest. So there are even courses by Amazon, AWS, or even Azure. You can get anywhere. You can directly register somewhere in AWS, Amazon platform. You can get certificate. You can get a certificate on free also, and some certificates are paid also. Or you can study that course, and you can appear for particular exam. You will get some kind of certification. Or there are many institutions, say in Pune or many places, where they will train you, maybe in cloud or virtualization or all that. So always think in terms of not only technology. See, infrastructure is different thing. Server, cloud, backend, bandwidth, uh, virtual server, dedicated server, like, so it is different thing. So that requires knowledge also. That it doesn't mean that it is very simple. And programming is different field. So think in terms of data analysis, how to get data, how to analyze, what are different methods, what are programming means tools, because there are some tools, because it is not necessary every time to write some code for doing something, because data is nothing but it is in rows and columns. So or you can call data as a data set. You can keep your data in Excel file, or you can keep it into some say CSV file, that is a text file, and you can operate your algorithm or program or logic on that data set, and you can generate result in terms of graphs or some table for visualization. Why graph? Because graph gives you at a glance idea that what it is representing. जैसे मतलब sales of some mobile phone, so it is going like this, means the rate is going or rate is going down like that, and or there can be some spikes of hills, and there can be tops there in that graph. You can immediately notice the variation. So that is called as a visualization. So think about that. You have time, you can utilize it and go through your class counselor. So anyway, today there are only 40 students nowadays. Only you have only 2 lectures per day. Still your attendance is not satisfied, and now day by day it is going down. So anyway, we shall go ahead. See, you already know this thing, but I just want to go through it to just revise something. This is given grammar, this is given string of tokens. You can do the leftmost derivation. Sorry, this is a rightmost derivation. That doesn't matter. It depends on the type of parsing, whether it is a top-down or bottom-up. You have to choose LMD or RMD. So this is the rule of sequence of rules 136. So this is nothing but you are generating a parse tree or a syntax tree. So this is one example. This is another example. This is a bottom-up parsing. Here what you do, previously what you do, you start with the start symbol and then generate the string of tokens. Here you start with the programming directly, and you start substituting non-terminals. You start reducing it, and you reduce it to start symbol at the end. So here grammar rules are there. You can take the screenshot. 642 64631 like, and then start symbol. So in this way we prove that given sentence is syntactically correct. In same way, from generation of the parse tree, from this derivation sequence, we generate the parse tree or syntax tree. From that syntax tree, we decorate it, means we add certain values, attributes to the nodes of that tree. We put values in those attributes and we derive meaning. So this is the little detail, but what you have substituted. For example, here in first line you substituted F, then T, then E, then F, then T, like that. And at the end, you generated the start symbol E. So what is this? This is the leftmost derivation. You see, you are doing substitution from left side. You are reading it from left to right. So that is there. It is only for revision purpose. Now, this is how we generate the tree. Now see how it is generated. How it is generated. Actually see how you are inserting the, substituting the non-terminals, the sequence of non-terminals. In that, but in reverse order, you are generating a tree. So first you have substituted F, then you substituted T. You just read it from bottom to up. Then E, then F, then T, then again F, then T, and lastly you generated E, that is a start symbol. So this is how we generate the parse tree. We are going to learn how to generate the AST, that is a annotated parse tree or abstract syntax tree. You can take the screenshot or you can download previous lectures. So what I already talked with you regarding the TEC components. The people who have not taken screenshot, they should take the screenshot and they should note the last date of submission. It should be around your unit test number 2. So you take this screenshot. Those who have not taken, they should take the screenshot. Total 20 assignments are there. You try to keep your submission different than others. Topic will be same. Don't copy it. So if someone wants, they can send some information on my WhatsApp. I will address that. You have to select only one. You can generate your, or you can form your groups for demonstration or programming purpose, or maybe for many project purpose. But I will be giving you more weightage to demonstration or presentation. Demo means what? You write some code, you execute it on your end through such like Teams or Zoom, or you can use Google Meet. You demonstrate it and submit the soft copy of that report at least. But when you will join, you may have to submit the hard copy also. So you take the screenshot of this first slide and second slide. So C means for case study, that is theoretical. D is a demo. And P can be the programming assignment. So this is suggestion. If you are able to convince me that, sir, I can do maybe say a demonstration on this C topic, then we can agree, we can do it. If you want references, URLs, I can send. So anyway, now we try to understand, we have understood that how syntax is derived, how correctness of grammar is derived by generating a parse tree successfully. Then how meaning is derived, we are going to see it. See, there is an example, 3 into 5 into plus 4. N may be that next line or enter character in your keyboard. So this is statement, programming language construct. And what is example? What is SDD? Give the SDD for simple test calculator. SDD means syntax directed definition. We shall talk about this. What is SDD and what is SDT? Syntax directed translation. So I said that there are three methods to do the translation or transformation. And D means definition, syntax directed definition. So how to evaluate it? So this is given grammar. We have assigned some corresponding production rules. So you can enhance this grammar. There are different desktop calculators are there. So you can do addition, subtraction, multiplication. So this is grammar representing your calculator. So this is a basic calculator. It is doing only addition and multiplication. You cannot do subtraction here in this grammar. You have to modify your grammar. So total 7 production rules are here. So return means you just think that it is some kind of terminal symbol like N or /N in your C language. Next line. Now send it. ये मैंने बहुत बार आप लोगों को बोला है, you are not sincere in your you must send me the screenshots so that I will understand that on your side everything is okay, running well. I don't know regarding the network connectivity and all that, but you should take the screenshot, you should send it to me so that I will understand you are with lectures. So there might be different way, means you can do RMD also, right merge derivation. So in this way we can derive it. You check whether I am doing it correctly or not. You verify it, tally it, send me your remark, whether it is right or wrong. See, 1 means what, 2 means what, there, that is the application of the particular production rule. Return means next line. So what we do, we first generate the parse tree from the derivation, and then we generate the AST. We decorate the parse tree, and then we decorate it. We call it as a AST, annotated syntax tree. Now this can be a sample tree. This is sample or tree representing the derivation. See, actually we don't construct the tree. It is a abstract, means conceptual. So what is how it is abstract? It is nothing but it is a representation of application of derivation sequence like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7. So this is a top-down parsing. So you have to start from L, then E plus T, then V, T, like, and you go up to digit. So I think today it is enough. I will just show you only one slide. This one. So to derive meaning, what I said, you have to first generate the syntax tree and then apply meaning to each node in that tree. You have to decorate it. You have to put values into the attributes. Attribute means what? There can be different types of attributes, inherited or synthesized. In next session, we shall see what is difference in that. So let us say this slide is giving you the information about the attributes. For example, L dot val is a attribute. T dot val is a attribute. See here, there can be E1 dot val, second line, second row in the table. Then in the fourth row, there is a T1 dot val. So it is only for representing that difference. कि LHS वाला लेफ्ट हैंड साइड वाला T और राइट हैंड साइड वाला T, इसमें फर्क है, because computer don't know that thing. So you have to tell it which is on left side, which is on right hand side. That's why we are marking it with E1, E2 like that. Or you can put dash also. E1, E dash, E double dash, triple dash, like. It is only to distinguish the particular symbol. And digit val, lex val is there. You read the bottom of the slide. So it is something written by your lexical analyzer. Some value. Lex val can be some variable, and that variable can have some value. So what is this? This is nothing but your given production rules are there, set of production rules, and corresponding semantic rules are there. Means how to interpret it, how to find the meaning of that. So I will stop here, and we shall see the remaining part in next session. So you take the screenshot of this. The AST annotated syntax tree. So see here values. F dot val is equal to 3, E dot val is equal to 15. So what we are doing? We are putting values in the attributes and we are calculating it. So on the root, you are getting value 19. 3 into 5 is equal to 15 plus 4 is 19. So you take the screenshot, you send it to me. So, okay, I will stop it here. So this is the way how we generate the meaning from the programming language construct. So thank you. So I will stop here. Thank you very much for listening me. Nobody is talking, even though I ask you. So next time, without hesitation, start talking.